Now let's get ready for bout number 3. As we wait for the boxes, super lightweight contest over 6 rounds, David Lartey and Emmanuel Quartey. And the referee for this bout is Nathaniel Quartey, and the judges are David Nete, T.A. Brown, and Richard Quartey.
So we continue to the next bout. This is going to be an interesting bout. The gentleman who just walked into the ring, Emmanuel Quartey, is from the Bronx Boxing Gym under the tutelage of head coach Carl Loco. I've seen this young boxer fight twice, and he is one of the impressive up-and-coming boxers. This is a lightweight, a super lightweight contest. It's scheduled for 6 rounds. Emmanuel Quartey takes on David Lartey. I caught up with him during the weigh-in, and the confidence level, NY, I can tell you, it's just oozing and oozing. He believes that he has to go through tonight's bout because that's what's been lined up for him, but he's eager to get to the limelight. He only wants to take one step at a time. Emmanuel Quartey is the gentleman we're talking about. Seriousness in the ring, seriousness out of the ring. He's a prospect for the future. Let's take a look at what happens in this bout. He's coming up against David Lartey. And again, according to his head coach Carl Loco, he says he's one of the few boxers who listens attentively to instructions and executes what he has to do in the ring.
When you talk about the sports boxing, it's all about discipline and obeying the instructions of your cornerman and your coach. So if Emmanuel Quartey, fighting from Bronx Gym, is doing that, then definitely you're gonna see it if he gets into the ring and handle business with his opponent, fighting from the Seaview, David Lartey. Super lightweight contest, and the lightweight terrain and regime tends to bring out light and explosive fighters. They are light in their weight, so they are able to move in and out in the ring and bring out explosive fight. David Lartey from the Seaview making his way into the ring.
Derek Niasai, who's been following the boxers, has been watching keenly and closely. I'll pick his thoughts in just a minute about how these 2 young boxers will fare, David Lartey, Emmanuel Quartey, and what kind of prospects we have for the future. This is a super lightweight contest. These are 2 young boxers who have their life in front of them in terms of what they can achieve and what they can do as professional boxers. Briefly, you have studied the terrain so far of these 2 young boxers, particularly the up-and-coming ones. You have also told us before that the GBA is gratified to have this professional boxing league, giving these young boxers an opportunity to show or to showcase what they have in terms of their raw talent. I'll be finding out from you in just a minute what you make of the up-and-coming boxers, particularly those ones who have shown the bright prospects. Before I come to you though, let me cross over to ringside. Lartey will walk us through the introductions.
Wherever you are, the celebration here is very intense because we are celebrating one of the finest boxers Ghana, Africa, and the world has ever produced. Professor Azuma Nelson is 65 years. He looks like 20 years old person. We are here to celebrate him. We are getting ready for bout number 3, and this is a super lightweight contest over 6 rounds. Now the officials, David Nete, T.A. Brown, and Richard Quartey are the 3 judges. Now introducing the boxer fighting out from the blue corner. And this is a boxer who came to the ring with the weight of 141.80 pounds with official record of 4 fights, 4 wins. 2 of the wins came by way of knockout. He was born right here at Jamestown, presenting to you one of the finest, Emmanuel Quartey. crossing over to the red corner. And this is another boxer who is very, very interesting when it comes to the ring. And he came to the ring with a weight of 142.50 pounds with official record of 3 fights, 1 win, 2 defeats. Is in here today to make an amends. He was born and bred far away in the Volta region, Aplaho. Is right here in Accra, and this is the Bukom Boxing Arena presenting to you the boxer David Lartey, and the man in charge of this bout is Quartey.
Here we go. Getting ready for the third bout of the evening. David Lartey, Emmanuel Quartey coming up. Super lightweight contest. This is scheduled for 6 rounds. David Lartey is representing the Seaview Boxing Gym, whilst Emmanuel Quartey represents the Bronx Boxing Gym.
Round 1.
And it's Quartey who's fighting out of the blue corner in the pink trunks. His opponent, David Lartey, is in red. Keeping close tabs on this bout is Derek Ni Asai Ankra. And I need to get the pronunciation of the name well. Derek Ni Asai Ankra. Thank you very much for helping us with the correction. For those of you who are monitoring on social media, Derek Ni Asai Ankra will also be shedding some light, especially on the young boxers that we have and the ones who we see as prodigies for the very future. Here's David Lartey in red, Emmanuel Quartey in pink. Both boxers at the weigh-in said, well, we don't know each other, but should we get a quick knockout, we definitely will entertain the fans with that. Careful boxing now by the two boxers. Quartey looking for the target early in this fight. Quartey misses, but then lands one, and then there's the break. Quick caution from our referee. David Lartey again during the weigh-in looked very, very confident, I should say. Quartey tries to work on the body. Trying to work on the body now, Quartey. Couple of jabs to the head. Quick counter jabbing from David Lartey. Then goes in for the clinch. Quartey clearly setting the tone as the predator in this bout. Going for the clinch, but at the same time taking instructions from the corner. Into the last 10 seconds. That's a big one from Quartey. That definitely rocks Lartey, and he's saved by the bell. Oh, that one was an explosive one. Nearly sent Lartey to the canvas. Still looking good, still looking fresh.
Well, Prince, that was a wild one from Emmanuel Quartey, and the bell really saved David Lartey there. You know, in round one, it's all about sizing up each other. Both boxers doing very well, David Lartey and Emmanuel Quartey. But it was Emmanuel Quartey who was trying to find a little space to land a clean shot And that happened in the late members of the round. Look, he started up with sharp uppercuts going to the body, then he lifted up upstairs to see if he can get something. And that is something. Look, the left body punches from Emmanuel Quartey is something that he used as look at that. It's a left sharp uppercut that David didn't see coming, and he has been doing that all in round one. He just needed to find a space that he can connect that left uppercut, and he did that at the end of that round there.
Here we go, second round. Obviously ending on a positive note for Quartey. Dazzles Lartey once again with one of those left hooks. And keeping it consistent as he pushes forward, Emmanuel Quartey. And Lartey has to recover. Round one ended with a bang and a flash for Emmanuel Quartey. He's been steady, he's been very careful, selecting his punches very well.
Well, thank you, Prince. And in fact, I was expecting a much more difficult game for Emmanuel Quartey, but it looks like his experience is showing in his bout. And don't forget that Emmanuel Quartey is coming from one of the best gyms that we have.
Well, that was another one from Emmanuel Quartey. David Lartey needs to develop a different strategy getting into the game because at this point in time, Emmanuel Quartey has downloaded him and has figured him out, and he knows the kind of right punches that he can use to connect on David Lartey. And the fight regains again, and David Lartey needs to find a different strategy. Emmanuel Quartey studying his opponent very well to see if he can get a space and counter him. And there goes that signature move again from Emmanuel Quartey, the left to the body. He goes again left to the body, trying to see if he can get some space. David Lartey needs to develop another strategy. Another one goes, and David Lartey goes down again. 2 times in this round, David Lartey is down. It seems Emmanuel Quartey's power is too much for David Lartey. The man on the screen there, fighting from the Bronx gym, Emmanuel Quartey. The fight regains. Emmanuel Quartey setting up the left jab to see if he can get some openings. David Lartey trying to hold on. A missed one there from David Lartey. And Emmanuel Quartey goes again with offensive nature. The signature move from Emmanuel Quartey. Left, left, left. Then he counters with a right. David Lartey trying to hold on, and a left one lands for Emmanuel Quartey. Miss there from David Lartey. Jab there from Emmanuel Quartey. Emmanuel Quartey trying to back up his opponent. Going to the body. Squaring it up there. David Lartey in trouble again, and he goes down. 3 times in a row in this round. David Lartey. And that is it for David Lartey. The referee stops the fight. The power from Emmanuel Quartey is just too much for David Lartey. What a fighter he is, Emmanuel Quartey.
Well, this is beautiful, but I'm not surprised. Emmanuel Quartey is coming from one of the best teams, like I stated earlier. His trainer is Kaloko. This boy is fighting in the lightweight division. Go back and check Richie Comey, and you see traces of this boy from the early days of Richie Comey. I'm not surprised, and I like the kind of composure he has. In the first round, he put a fear of God in Lartey. The second round, he had so much control that even his last punch that hit Lartey, he was just standing waiting for Lartey to come so that he continue. Very fit, very disciplined. This is one of the boys Coach Kaloko picked from the street. He took care of him through school, and it's invested so much. Today he has 5-0 to his credit, and I would not be surprised. This is one of the boxers we must match him. If you are a sponsor there, if you are a manager there, I mean, bring good money and come and manage a boxer. This is a true boxer. This is a boxer that when you invest in him, in fact, I'm not doing PR for the boxer, but I mean, the whole Ghana, the whole world is seeing what Emmanuel Quartey has done. The guy is serious. Look, it's not just throwing punches. It's directing the punches to the right places. If it's a jab, good jab. If it's coming out with uppercut, it's a good uppercut. And I'm so happy. I'm so
It's a special day for Zoom Azuma Nelson. And here we are with bout number 3. And now we have the verdict. Before the verdict, let me remind you that Ghana Professional Boxing League is proudly brought to you by AMAC Boxing Promotions in partnership with Ghana Boxing Authority. Support coming from Premium Motors, sole agent and distributors of Renault in Ghana, Techno, IMAX Electronics, Max Buy, and Downer Milk. Now we are the verdicts. It was an interesting fight. Bout number 3, support lightweight contest over 6 rounds. It ended prematurely. So this is the verdict. In round number 2, 2 minutes 48 seconds, but a knockout, presenting to you one of the finest boxers who is at the moment undefeated. Is a painter by profession, presenting to you the boxer from the Bronze Boxing Gymnasium under the tutelage of Car Loco. Presenting to you the boxer Emmanuel Quartey. Ima, how are you?
I'm good.
You are really, really good. How do you feel?
I feel happy and I feel good too.
Is it because Professor Azuma Nelson is here? Was it why you did what you did?
I want to be like him.
You want to be like him? Wonderful, wonderful. Now, Ima, congratulations. I was told that Carloco discovered you from infancy to this level. You seem to be very clinical. And information has just gathered, opponents are running away from you. Have you heard it?
Yes, for sure.
For sure. So, how do you feel fighting this young man? I know he gave you run for your money.
Yeah.
But he's a very good boxer.
It's very good. It's very good. I mean, he can stand with me, but I think he can't.
He can't. Wonderful. Now, so what should we look forward to see in you? You said you want to be like Azuma Nelson. Azuma Nelson is 65 years of age. He defended his title over 10 years. Can you do that?
Sure, because I had a good corner, so I can do more than that.
Okay.
So for the message for 140 pounds, for now, my next fight should be at the national title.
Okay.
So anyone from, let me say, Faisal Abubakar and the other boxer, anyone.
Can you fight Faisal Abubakar? He's now the national champ.
Oh, sure.
Okay. You can fight him.
It was once my stablemate.
Okay.
For now, I want maybe any of them. I think they'll fight on the
19th of next month.
Sure.
Okay. Now tell us. I want you to speak in Ghana. What message do you have for your fans?
The fans have mean that issue. My fan will never be never coincide mean that issue. Hey, Kata, boy. Hey, Kata, what the no work? Okay. Sure.
Now, Professor Azuma Nelson, once you've won, what will you tell him is celebrating the 56th anniversary?
May he must have long life, and let the young ones let him keep inspiring him to the next level.
Thank you very much. So that is Emmanuel Quartey. He wants to be like Zunzum Azuma Nelson.